The L.A. at this point has gotten more snow than New York City. It's snowing in L.A. for some reason.
They definitely have more flakes.
They're freaking. Oh, there you go.
Speaking of L.A. flakes, what the hell is on before us? Oh my God!
But you don't listen?
Oh, well, you know the gag. I mean, it's on in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And look, we're on in a lot of cities, so don't be insulted. We're not talking about the show before us in your fine city. We're talking about the show before us here in New York City. Oh, God, do they stink. I'll tell you why. Maybe someone out there likes it. And I'm sorry, John. I'm probably insulting John Minnelli. He thought, he thinks they're terrific.
I heard a garbage truck driver this morning that enjoyed the program. Said he liked it, but also suggested the two gentlemen that host it were gay. So I don't know if that's a good thing or.
It's two guys out of L.A. and they're just nice about everything. I mean, everything. Overly nice and making sure they don't offend anyone.
Very apologetic for everything too.
If this is the direction radio's going, we are doomed.
Like one guy apologizes for the other. Like one guy will say something, and then the other guy's like, "Oh, well, you shouldn't say that. Be nice. That's not. I want to. I'm sorry to anybody that was offended by the what." Like they played a sound clip this morning that was supposed to mean one thing, but could have been interpreted as goofing on the garbage truck driver that said he enjoyed the show. And they immediately went like, "Sir, we just want you to know that wasn't directed at you. That was, we're trying to show this other." It's like, what? Just tell the garbage truck driver to shut up, stick his head under that big blade that crushes the garbage, and die.
We're just a little different. We're just a little different than the...
I guess it's variety, Opie.
Yeah,
it's what they call the spice of life.
I get it.
I'd like to apologize.
I'm sure there's a bunch of people that listen to that show that hate us. Whatever.
I want to apologize to... John and Jeff. John and Jeff for Opie's little outrage here. Opie, you shouldn't be so mean.
Every morning I got to do what I got to do in that bathroom behind you, Bob Kelly, and... And I have to, preface it with everybody in the office, oh, no, it's time to go listen to John and Jeff, because that's the only place that I will listen to them, and that's because I don't know how to turn
the speaker off.
I don't know how to turn the speaker off in the bathroom, so I dread it every morning.
Does it help you with your business?
Sometimes I'm back so fast, you guys are like, what?
Yeah, he leaves the office, he comes back within a minute, and just throws, the newspaper on the desk and goes, ugh.
Today, I didn't even put my pants back together. I just walked in with my belt off and my pants halfway down still. I don't even want to, get myself together in the bathroom. I want to get out of that bathroom as soon as possible. Oh, God.
What do they sound like?
It's,
they sound like two gay guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're all about. I don't want to know what they're all about, but when you listen, that's what I hear.
Very nice.
Just very sweet. They're sweet boys. They never gave their parents any guff growing up.
They give some advice.
Yeah.
They feel qualified to give people advice, and not even in a humorous way. I mean, just real advice to people. A woman who's calling up one day. See, and I got to say, they're probably going, well, listen. Obviously, they know about our show and they're listening. Yes, there are some mornings I cannot turn that off. It is like, how could you walk away from flaming plane wreckage? You couldn't. You'd stand there and watch it.
I'm looking at their website. They look like they should be in the Dateline house.
I'm Chris Hansen. You're John and you're Jeff. Sit down, have some cookies and lemonade. You came here for sex with a minor.
All right, well.
You brought wine coolers and licorice whips.
The rest of the country has no clue what we're talking about.
I'm sure they've heard enough radio just like it.
Let's just put it this way. I'd rather drink 2 gallons of water without taking a wee. All right, our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. That's 1-866-313-FREE. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. We got Bob Kelly in studio today. Jim Norton's up there in Chicago. He's going to be on Steve Dahl's show this afternoon on WCKG.
Yes.
So if you're in the Chicago area, please check out little Jimmy Norton later on this afternoon.
What club is he playing in Chicago?
Zanies.
Oh, Zanies.
All of them.
He's playing 3 different Zanies in 3 different days.
The Zanies tour.
No, that's what they make you do out in the Midwest.
Make you do.
They'll make you play every club because they want a good. They don't get good comics.
Yeah.
So they just throw you at every club one night.
You're going to play every club I own
Jim
and my basement.
He's going to be here on Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock at Zanies in.
That's pretty much what it sounded like.
Yeah.
He was just going to be there playing every place in Chicago.
All right, let's say hi to Seth in Miami. Seth, what's up?
What's up, buddies?
Hey.
Is the show that precedes you?
All right, hold on a minute. I'm getting some communique here. That one of the guys from John and Jeff, is that their name? Jeff and John? John and Jeff went to Thailand alone. Hold on a minute, Seth.
Guilty.
Hold on a minute, Seth.
Guilty.
We have a whole theory on going to Thailand alone.
There's no reason to.
Well,
unless you're Gary Glitter.
Gary Glitter.
Or that other guy that claimed he killed Jean-Benet Ramsey.
We had a friend back in the day. He would go to Vietnam with, by himself, and then try to, he's got pictures with little Thai girls.
I gotta leave my post to see this. Oh my God,
man!
John,
hold on, go ahead.
John parties all night with the ladies, Pat Kong Beach in Phuket, in Thailand. This girl could be 13 years old, and he's got his arm around her little nothing of a waist. She looks like that little girl that threw that pointy hat into the helicopter in Apocalypse Now. Or the sniper in Full Metal Jacket. Shoot me. That's what John's into? Going to Thailand?
He's into going to Thailand alone?
All right. Wow. Guilty.
Well,
I'll go out on a limb here.
Man,
Let's say if you're going to Thailand.
Look, man, something's going on. If you're going to Thailand alone.
Alone, you better actually, there's 2 reasons. Okay. One, you're a pedophile looking to have sex with children with impunity. Second, you're a buyer for rubber dog crap. That's pretty much the only things you do in Thailand. I want to make a deal. I need 800,000 cases of rubber dog crap.
Dude, he's at a hooker bar. You see the other picture? They're all like girls in the background waiting for dates.
This is the bar where they smoke out of places and shoot darts into balloons from straws, and they're able to whistle at the same time, whistle a happy tune.
Terrible. I never went to a place like that in Brazil with all my friends.
Well, Brazil's different. You get women there.
Yeah.
Oh, you think those are men?
No. I think they're kids.
Oh, kids.
You go to Thailand to have sex with kids. That's why people go alone. Men go alone to Thailand. If you take too many trips to Thailand, this happened to a businessman here in the United States. The customs realized, hey, this guy's going to Thailand a lot by himself and going back and forth. And finally, it raised the red flag with customs. They checked out his laptop that he had with him, loaded with pictures of him and young kids and sexual activity. So they obviously arrested him.
Yeah, there's a picture here. You can see nothing but teenage girls all over the place. I mean,
like young.
We're not complaining, but they look, in my opinion, that they're way underage. Some of these girls.
Yeah. There's stripper poles
There's stripper poles. They're all wearing tank tops and tiny little shorts.
And everyone knows it's for prostitution and for pedophiles. That's what goes on. It's just known for it. That's it.
Does anybody have this guy's number?
You want to take a trip?
Oh, what the hell you got?
And it's on his website?
Yeah,
that's a ballsy move.
Here, go to this one, the middle picture right there, yeah.
He has links to Dum Dum Lollipops.
Look at
these are all hookers, man. That is not just a girl out on a Friday night looking to have a little fun. That is a hooker.
Now, this morning I did hear the caller that was on, the garbage truck driver, say that although the 2 guys sounded gay, he did hear one of them say once that he was into Asian girls.
Right. Well, this is the one right here, John.
Yeah, apparently, literally Asian girls, not women. Wow. All right, I have a newfound respect for them.
All right, we need to know more about John and Jeff.
You gotta understand, though, doesn't he have like some religious lady in one photo and then just a bunch of whores in the other?
Well, you got to kind of mix it up a little just so it doesn't look so bad on the website. But he couldn't control himself and had to display his vice on the website. Wow. That's like, if by night I chose a life of crime and would like to I liked holding up gas stations with shotguns and a stocking over my head and then just put them on the website. It's like, here's what I do after work.
Because I just can't help myself.
I rob gas stations.
I get off on this and I got to show the whole world.
You wouldn't be crime. You'd fight crime, Anthony.
I try.
You could do anything at night.
I try. Right, if I could ever leave my house, I would fight crime.
Let's go to Derek in Massachusetts. Derek.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, if you think they're gay, listen on the radio. I've happened to catch them for the intro, and it's even worse. They're like, we're two guys that believe that if you're old enough to vote, you should drink. It's gay.
All right. It's kind of the obvious.
What's up, E-Rock?
There's lines like, we're two guys who wonder where the service went in customer service. It's just these little...
Ooh, I just got that.
You got shivers?
Oh, I just got some douchey.
We are here to help the Vietnamese because inside every gook there is an American trying to get out. It's a hardball world, son. We've got to try to keep our heads until this peace craze blows over. What's that supposed to be? Some kind of sick joke? Don't you love your country?
Yes, sir.
How about getting with the program? Why don't you jump on the team and come on in for the big win?
E-Rock's finding something over there. What do you got, E-Rock?
No, we're trying to find the promos.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would like to hear one John and Jeff promo before we move on.
Yeah. We love you, long time. He's so horny.
Let's say hi to John in Connecticut. John, what's up?
Hey, how you doing over there?
Hey,
man.
That show you're talking about is absolutely horrible. They tell you that you shouldn't get married until you're 30. There's 50 rules you should have before you marry the girl. It's awful.
I'll tell you something, though. People seem to know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
See, this is one of those situations where it could be one of those shows.
Look, let me just tell you something.
Where you gotta listen because it's so bad.
It's not my cup of tea.
No.
All right?
No.
It's not my cup of tea. It's the furthest from what we do on the radio.
Yeah.
Very safe discussions about everything.
Yeah.
They actually talked about the hold your wee for a wee thing like we did yesterday and made it boring. How do you make death audio boring?
I know.
How do you make death audio boring?
Kills a listener, and I don't know, it just didn't really hold my interest.
All right.
And they give advice, like there's a woman called up about a problem she was having with her husband, and I mean, it was really like, it could have really been a fun conversation, because apparently the guy she was married to was a real bastard and just treated her like crap, and she gave some examples, and they were like, you have to get away from this man. Just leave. It's time to move on. Instead of like, well, what was it like when he'd bring another chick home and punch you in the face? It was that kind of like wild stuff going on.
Fun we could have had.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, you got some John and Jeff promos? Can't get enough of the John and Jeff today.
Thank God.
If you're just tuning in, these are the guys that are on us before us here in New York City, and they're a little too nice for my taste.
Yeah, they...
That's hilarious.
But there's one thing about, being nice, and another about avoiding entertainment if it comes across your transom. Like, they
don't want any controversy.
They had a conversation about a woman who was still living with her ex-husband in the same house. Well, weird condition. And one of the guys asked, well, what happens if you bring home a guy? How does that work? And the other one went, hey, it's a bit of a personal question to be asking. And, if you're being sarcastic or something, it's kind of funny. He was in all seriousness telling this guy, hey, this could get entertaining if we pursue this line of questioning. Please stop it immediately.
Well, we got a promo from their fine radio show.
A what?
A promo.
Oh, promo.
Promo, yes.
Due to the mature and graphic subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
The John and Jeff Show. We're two guys who think poor people cannot afford to have kids.
We're two guys who wonder what happened to the service in customer service.
We're two guys who think shoplifters should be caged like animals in full view of customers.
The John and Jeff Show.
Ugh. Know what the difference is? Our listeners are the shoplifters.
And they're the caged animals.
Do they think that's, like, good? Cutesy? What are they going for there?
Those guys are just nice. Those are nice. There's actually nice human beings in the world, Opie.
No.
These guys are just really nice guys trying to just be nice and hey, that's a little personal. And you guys like, you scumbag, drag it out of her.
A little personal. How about your pictures of you in Thailand with your arm around what appears to be a youngster?
Oh, but maybe he's actually giving 35 cents a day to that little youngster.
Oh, you think you bought her?
Yeah, maybe he's actually through a Christianity program.
You can sponsor a child.
You can
and have sex.
Yes, for 35 for the price of a cup of coffee at Starbucks. You can have sex.
We have another one?
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think there should be a federal investigation into the long lines at the post office.
We're two guys who think it should be a felony if your French fries are cold at the drive-thru.
We're two guys who think a woman should give a man a gift after getting engaged.
The John and Jeff Show.
John and Jeff Show.
All right. Gotta go CSI on them, yeah. All right. All right.
It's all true.
Are they being serious or are they goofing?
I would love to say, because if they were goofing, this would be a great,
because if you
twist
it a little bit, that could be a nice goof promo. But they're serious, right?
Yeah.
You think they sit around and go, we're two guys.
Let's play up the two guy angle.
We're two guys.
And it's got to be relatable. What do people not like to do? Hang out on lines at the post office. We're two guys.
Okay, post office, long lines.
We're two guys that...
We're two guys that like to hold the door.
Long lines at the post office, they should investigate that.
Right.
All right.
If I hold the door, you should say thank you.
Good. A lot of people hold the door and don't get a thank you.
Yes.
That's it. We're two guys.
We're two guys that'll give you the courtesy of a reach around.
Hello, exactly.
Oh
my God.
Hey, these guys look exactly the same, too.
Yeah.
They look like twins.
They're generic.
Well, I'm sure the listeners will have some we're two guys ideas for them for their next promo. Just to show you the difference in the two shows.
Right. Maybe we can.
Here it comes.
Maybe we can play up the two guys. Steve, throw together a couple of we're two guys promos.
Yeah, could you? Where's Steve? Yeah, Steve will throw together an Opie and Anthony version of the two guys promo.
Steve, just use your normal psychopathic mind.
We're two guys.
Full of woman abuse and beatings and...
We're two guys that have no problem jumping on a homeless man's cake and then openly laugh at him.
We're two guys that take a wiffle ball bat.
All right, yeah, well. What's Steve?
You mean just do the normal?
Oh, yeah. Run-of-the-mill normal Steve stuff.
Done
to the we're two guys thing. We're blatantly ripping off John and Jeff.
Do we have another example? Okay.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think women who keep their maiden names in marriage are high maintenance.
We're two guys who think DNA tests should be mandatory before a man's name goes on a birth certificate.
We're two guys who think nobody should get married before the age of 30.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
Look, I don't know if they're goofing or if they're serious.
I know. Serious.
I know.
You're serious.
Dude, your normal reflex, it's like reaching into a fire. Your normal reflex is to pull away. See, that's what you're doing. Your normal reflex is to think, this cannot possibly be serious. But please.
It is serious, right?
Yes, it is serious.
These guys are absolutely serious.
Yes.
I don't like the way he said maintenance.
Yes, maintenance.
I really want...
Well,
maintenance.
Let's go to Nico and D.
Our high maintenance.
Maintenance.
How about we're two guys who think that Ike shouldn't have been so easy on Tina.
There you go. That's our two guys.
That's it.
Very good.
Wow.
You got another one?
Two guys that like an occasional sprinkle of sugar on our oatmeal. Whoa!
Wow.
They are
Here comes
wild.
the funny.
Getting those frequent flyer miles to some Southeast Asian crap hole.
We're two guys that don't use sweetener in our coffee.
Bob is right in a way, though.
Wild.
They're just two nice guys trying to carve their own place in radio.
Yeah, we got to bash them.
Of course we have to.
Why?
One trying to make enough money to go to Thailand 3 times a year.
Right.
to have sex with 13-year-olds.
Well, we don't know.
You guys are party poopers is what you are.
I know, listen to us.
You know how much money it costs to go to Thailand? I mean, granted, the women are cheap.
Yeah, once you get there.
You can go there and get a woman for a box of Uncle Ben's.
Officially, we have no idea why he goes to Thailand. Right, Bob Kelly?
Yeah. He goes there because of the kids.
There are plenty of reasons.
But Anthony, during the break, was talking about, just imagine the plane ride to the flight to Thailand. You just can't wait. You're just dying on that plane.
You have all your overheads already in your lap, ready to go. Right. You're not taking anything. You didn't even pack check in. Everything's carry on, so you can fly right to the little rickshaw.
And 2 hours into the flight, it's on your lap.
Yeah.
And the steward has to say, "Hey, look, man, we got 12 hours to go. You might want to relax." I can't relax.
You go into the bathroom and just get into shorts and flip flops. So you just get right in that rickshaw, fly to the little House of Dragons,
whatever it's called,
the House of Hua.
I actually went to one in San Francisco, like a little tiny geisha place like that. And there's a big wooden dragon door.
Of course there is.
You knock on it, and you hear all these little women giggling. They open it, and it's like gong. And there's around 35 Asian women behind the door. And you get to pick all of them. And there's one, like at the end, there's like one hot, like white chick.
Really?
Just
in case.
Smoking white chick. So you're kind of scanning, and they're all like perking up. And then you get to the white chick, you like her, and they go, they all get pissed because the white chick gets picked.
I knew it. White chick always gets.
Bobby, no, we have to go back to cook fish.
Hey, we're two guys that hate when cut us off in traffic.
Let's go to Bob in Connecticut. Bob.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I wanted to say, how about this one for the John Jeff guy? We're two guys that think kissing girls is gross. Hey, bust it out, guys.
That can be the next one.
We're two guys that still believe you can get cooties from girls. Let's go to Scam. Scam, what's up?
What up, boys?
Hey.
We're two guys that think Nicole Brown Simpson deserved it.
Ooh.
All right, all right. Let's go to Justin on Long Island. Justin, what's up?
What's up, boys? How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, we're two guys who think it's not gay if you don't push back.
Let's go to Redding from Whackbag. Redding.
Hey, it's John and Jeff with you.
Hey.
Hey, it's shit. I'm punching out.
Oh, wow. Oh, did he choke?
Wow, and he swore.
He was all eager and
he was so excited to be on the air.
He forgot the whole we're two guys like concept.
Yeah, and then his brain went blank.
But because he was rehearsing the character too much.
Yeah,
right. Where, honey? But what about this, honey? Where to? No, it's too
I'll
much.
do that. Where John and Jeff, and then wait, what's the bit? Oh, damn!
I got excited. He was a good one.
Yeah.
Let's go to Peter in the Bronx. Peter.
Yeah, what's up, buddy? What's going on, guys?
Hey.
We're two guys that'll drink as much water as we want to.
We need one good one before we go to break. Jeff in Florida. Jeff.
Hey, you can come through and say, we're actually a couple of guys that thought Hitler had some good ideas.
All right, well, yeah. And Brad, what's up?
How about we're two guys that eat our handheld after we break our knee, man?
All right. Well.
Can we get the Bob Kelly audio?
Hold my hand.
Hold my hand, man. Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
Hold my hand.
Hold my hand. Hold my hand.
Hold my hand.
You know what the worst part about the whole...
You want to eat me? You want to...
Oops, my finger hit the wrong button.
Let's go to Matt in Ohio. Matt, what's up?
We're two guys that think puberty is overrated. Punching out, guys.
Let's go to Lead Belly. Lead Belly.
Hey, freefmfans.com, guys.
All right.
We're two guys that laughed at Andrea Yates.
I'm not going to crash him or laugh or nothing.
I guess we'll have to take a break now.
Yeah.
We're having fun with that, but
well, that's fun.
Oh well, that was fun.
The two guys concept.
Could have done it all morning until that last call.
I'll tell you though, none are better than the actual ones.
Regroup and do something else after the break. What?
None better than the real ones.
Yeah, you got one more real one? All right, here's Z-Rock.
Rocking your radio live all night long, party people. It is the John and Jeff Show, third shift. Free fall.
And we're two guys who aren't afraid to read our emails live on the air. And if you have an email for the John and Jeff Show, go to our website. It's johnjeff.com. JOHNJEF.com.
Well, hey, they said it. That's all I can say.
Will be now.
They said it, not me.
Oh boy.
You have to change that promo.
I am definitely too scared to read my email.
I know.
On the air. You dummies.
We're afraid, and supposedly these people like us.
Let's go to Chad in Indiana. Chad, what's up?
We're two guys who like to bomb frat houses with marshmallows.
All right.
A little callback to Opie's fraternity hazing days.
You know, this isn't fun anymore. Oh, John and Jeff, they're just terrific. They're on funny. Before us. Not at all.
What show are you talking about? What?
John and Jeff. They're just terrific.
It's a scream.
I was lucky.
Literally, you scream.
I was lucky today when I had to do my thing.
Yeah.
They were in commercial break.
When you had to take care of your business that you do every morning like clockwork?
I was able to relax this morning in there. And then I got locked in because the handle broke. And no one cared.
Yeah.
No one came to get me. I'm just sitting there whistling and stuff.
It was worse than Saw. Opie was locked in the bathroom. The handle fell off, and that awful show was on. He'd have rather cut his arm off than listen.
I just started sweating. I'm like, they're gonna know I'm in here eventually. Hopefully before John and Jeff come back from a commercial break. Ugh, they're awful.
Opie, John and Jeff are on. And the handle is now off the bathroom door. You have two choices. You can break the mirror and slice your own throat, or listen to John and Jeff.
I'll cut my own throat.
We can't get enough of the awfulness that is John and Jeff, by the way.
That's how they get listeners. Me and Florentine would drive around at night because they were on a satellite radio simulcast, and we could not stop listening.
We're not sure still if this is a bit or they're serious, because we can't comprehend this show being a serious show.
They're on before us in New York. I think they're on before us in Chicago and a couple other cities, but they're out of L.A. and they're just terrific. What was the John and Jeff bit of the day today there, E-Rock?
This morning they were discussing unionizing people who check out in supermarkets, and they were doing the pros and cons, one versus the other. One guy was for unions. He grew up in a union household. The other guy was saying, how much talent does it take to put stuff in a bag?
They want to start a union as far as...
Wait, what? Sorry, I totally nodded off.
Cash registers or the people you meet after you're paying your food bill?
The cashiers. Out in California, they want to start a union.
Uh-huh.
And they were arguing the pros and cons of starting a union for cash.
Did one take one side and one take the other?
Yes, they did.
Dynamic. Wow.
This went on for 2 hours.
That's fodder for chat.
2 hours.
Well, can we hear a John and Jeff promo? They're just the greatest thing.
Yeah, we love their promos.
Here we go.
Due to the mature and graphic subject matter, viewer discretion is advised.
The John and Jeff Show. We're two guys who think poor people cannot afford to have kids.
We're two guys who wonder what happened to the service in customer service.
We're two guys who think shoplifters should be caged like animals in full view of customers.
The John and Jeff Show.
Yeah.
He said, well, we don't have to freeze his whole body. We can freeze his head.
We're two guys.
Just
Well, maybe, maybe they fell short with that promo. I know I said cash registers instead of cashiers. They want to start a union.
Unionize the cash registers.
I know.
Cash registers.
People have to wash their hands before they touch our buttons.
Holding picket signs in their little drawer mouths. We need better pay.
I'm like, thank God these two in front of me, they just don't listen in general. I was getting away with that one until instant feedback jumped on me.
Oh, they won't let you get away.
All right, anyway, let's get another John and Jeff promo out there for everybody.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think there should be a federal investigation into the long lines at the post office.
We're two guys who think it should be a felony if your French fries are cold at the drive-thru.
We're two guys who think a woman should give a man a gift after getting engaged.
The John and Jeff Show.
My gum.
Is this real, or are they doing a mock
we can't
show?
figure it out.
How about we're two guys that are not permitted to marry in every state? We're two guys that are fighting to adopt children together. Wow. Am I the only one that picks it up, especially in the one voice?
Well, listeners have picked it up. I was talking about a show I was listening to driving in the other morning, and a garbage truck driver called and said, look, I listen to you guys, but I think you're gay. And they went, hey, now, I'm married. One guy's married, and the other guy likes Asian girls.
He likes to go to Thailand.
But we found out he flies solo to Thailand, and there's pictures up on the web of him with some Thailand girls.
Now, Jimmy, you know what? Unfortunately, Jimmy was not here when we really needed him, which was Friday. Go to the picture of him in the bar.
Get that picture of him with this girl.
Jimmy, are these local women out just having a few drinks for happy hour after a tough day at the office, or are these underage prostitutes?
That picture has Kid Toucher written all over it.
What do you think? Seriously, don't even go for the goof. What do you really think?
Absolutely looking. That is, of course, that's probably a prostitute. You can tell by the way he affectionately has his arm.
He's a creep.
He
looks like the guy they hauled back from there. Yes. He looks like John Carr.
Or E-Rock in 15 years. The man's an ass. And he's wearing an awful red shirt, and he has his arm around her waist. And the telltale sign is she has both arms in front of her, like she's so used to this, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
She's used to having a strange American gentleman.
Yeah, she doesn't want
her.
any affection. She just wants to, pay her phone bill.
She has a waist that's about as big as your arm.
Right.
She's got barely any
but look at the
breasts to speak of.
Look at the rest of the bar. It's just filled with just young girls.
This guy,
nothing wrong with that, but he's making this look like he just happened to be at a local bar in Thailand.
Yeah, strip club.
Apparently he likes going to Thailand. And again, we've said it before. If you're a guy and you're flying solo to Thailand, you're into some stuff.
Yeah. And you know what? This picture might be on the website to throw everyone off the track.
Sure.
Off
you think?
Yeah.
Look at her neck. It almost looks like she has what could be an Adam's apple from the side. I'm not saying she's a tranny.
Dare to dream, Jimmy.
Well, in Thailand, the Asian trannies are notoriously convincing. That could absolutely
This
be.
picture is to throw everyone off the scent, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Of what? Something worse?
Really?
Oh, you think the other way. Boys.
I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know
either.
I don't know anything about John's life there, so.
Are you guessing, though, that if that picture were accurate, his date would be propped up on his shoulder and they'd both be wearing baseball hats and waving?
Yes.
We met in the Big Brother program.
Show him another picture. Because Jim's an expert on this.
Yeah.
Show him, like that picture.
Show him Exhibit A.
This is more pictures from the John and Jeff website. Him in a bar in Thailand.
Apparently they're getting a lot of hits right now.
Yeah, you dumb listeners.
Boy, are we helping
do our
this
job.
Boy, are we helping this program.
Personally, I think that those are just
they're not local girls, just
front photos. They're for fronts.
Fronts.
What do you mean?
Like keeping a picture of kids that aren't yours in your thing on your office desk so you look like a family man. I think that's more like just so people think, wow, you went out and met some chicks.
Yeah.
Did you?
When you know what you're going to Thailand for.
Of course.
But let's make it perfectly clear. We have no effing idea what John does in Thailand.
I have no idea, but I guarantee you this. He would not let anybody look at his laptop. I guarantee you that hard drive is rigged with explosives. It's like all he has to do, he carries around on his key fob with his remote to open his car doors. Anywhere he is in the country, he can hit it, and his hard drive explodes.
It's one lousy key, the period key.
Yeah.
You hit that, it's
the
over,
whole hard
Johnny.
drive fries. Yes, officer?
What is this? What is this file here? 13 underscore. I don't touch that.
Hey, can we hear another John and Jeff promo? This show is just terrific. We listen to it every morning getting ready for the Opie and Anthony show. Here's another promo for the John and Jeff show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think women who keep their maiden names in marriage are high maintenance.
We're two guys who think DNA tests should be mandatory before a man's name goes on a birth certificate.
We're two guys who think nobody should get married before the age of 30.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
Jimmy, are you high maintenance?
Anyone that says that first M in maintenance should have their face slapped.
Maintenance. Well, they know what two guys should be about. We're two guys that think a flight to Thailand is much too long.
We're two guys that think the age of consent should be 9. Creeps.
Well,
I don't like the way they're trying to be boys. Like, this is what annoys me. It's like, we're two guys that think you shouldn't be married before you're 30. It's like, you L.A. idiot. That's your idea of being like maverick men?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, they're right on the edge.
We're two guys that think you should high five instead of shaking hands. Oh, God.
Stop it.
Keep them away from the wheel.
Calm down.
Nuts. What's your New Year's Eve like, pal?
and that just means they're getting married because it's the thing to do instead of maybe you're married to someone you really, really are into that's a hot piece of ass and giving you everything you want and you have a very healthy relationship. They're basically saying, gotta get married eventually.
Yeah.
It's the thing to do.
Time's ticking.
All right, well, we're two guys as well. We want to follow the lead of the John and Jeff program. And Steve and his crack staff came up with this.
I'll bet it sounds just like their promo.
Oh, it's exactly like their promo, Jimmy.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Two guys who think that your fat ass is the reason that no one loves you, and no one ever will. Two guys who think that if your kid has a birth defect, you should burn it and start over. Two guys who better have supper waiting for them when they get home, or else. Two guys we think
The Opie and Anthony Show.
The Opie and
Anthony Show.
Of course, Steve has to hit a woman in a promo.
Excellent.
It's so refreshing to hear that again.
Can you do one show promo where you're not hitting a woman, please?
Just one.
The women want to love this show.
I know they do. Wait, this coming from the guy that did an hour-long break on... what was it called?
What?
What? The thing.
What?
What was it? What
What?
were you guys talking about on
What?
Friday?
What?
There was an hour-long break.
You got them all.
What?
On misogynistic.
What?
There was that term.
What?
The Guido slap, or what was it?
Goon hand.
Goon hand.
Goon hand.
The goon hand. There was an
That was
hour-long
Bob Kelly.
break on
Talking about
goon
how
handing.
sometimes, he goes, I wouldn't hit a woman, but sometimes you got to give her the goon hand. It's where you just grab the fat under her arm and muscle it around and say, stop making a scene. Because sometimes you got a goon hander. Goon hand. How great is that? It leaves 4 little bruises on one side, one big one on the inside.
Yeah. Someone should goon hand Bob's arm the next time he grabs for Lay's potato chips. I wonder if that term is different in black relationships.
Listen to the replay. I made the joke. It got a bell and everything.
I should have had more faith.
Of course.
Well, Steve, you got to make a couple more of those.
I certainly will.
So there you go. We can't get enough of John and Jeff on here before us in New York City.
We would listen to them. It's like you could not listen to them. You can't, this is not two guys who really think they're being funny and entertaining.
Yeah. I've listened and thought it was a goof, but then you realize day after day that they're doing the same thing. No bit lasts this long, not even one of ours. And it's serious.
And it's become a thing every morning where I have to go in that bathroom and they're piping the John and Jeff show in, and I got to take care of what I got to take care of, and it's just awful.
Here's an actual conversation I heard a little bit of when I was driving in. They were doing their self-help thing or help line where people call in and they give them a little help. They're in sticky situations and they help out with their knowledge, and it's serious. So this woman called up and said she was breaking up from her boyfriend or husband or something, some kind of divorce or breakup. They lived together, but they were still living together. They were broken up, yet for the time being still living together. So one of them said, that must be a little awkward when either one of you bring somebody, a guy or a girl, home. And the other guy said, hey, that's getting a little personal. Let's stick to the subject at hand. And wasn't kidding and didn't get punched in the face by the other guy. And then they just continued talking about relationships and how that should be handled. I was stunned.
What question was a little personal? I missed it. Was it when he said, how old was your date in Thailand?
Yeah, now, hey, that's a little personal. 10.
Oh, what creeps.
We're still waiting, by the way, for one person to call up and tell us that they went to Thailand for something legit. One lousy person out there.
I told you.
We're not going to find one. We're not going to find one.
There's one other reason. If you're the representative for sales for a novelty shop that buys rubber dog do, that's the only reason you fly to Thailand. You go to the warehouse, you look and go, this is some of the best rubber dog poop I've ever seen in my life. Give me 20 plane loads. I'm going to get a raise.
Or you're a wicker salesman.
Wicker.
We decided.
Hi, I'm with Pier 1 Imports, right. And we're looking for wicker. I hear you make it, and I want to have sex with somebody underage. Can you rig that up? Because they're probably doing it, too.
By the way, the phones are lit with people trying to defend why they go to Thailand, because I'm sure they got spouses listening to the show. All right, we need some rulings. All right. This guy goes to Thailand because he works for the airline.
Well, do you get off the plane? If you step off the aircraft...
All right, let me ask real fast.
Then you're a kid toucher.
Sir?
Hello, I got you.
You go to Thailand because you work for the airlines?
Yeah, I don't anymore. I quit the airlines, but we used to go. What happens is a mechanic would have to fly with the aircraft.
Yeah.
And it would stay on the ground for about 12 hours, and you do routine checks on the plane, and they would put you up in a resort.
So you're off the plane in Thailand, right?
Off the plane in Thailand.
Pedophile!
Kid toucher.
Moving on. Let's go to Joe in New York. Joe, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, boys? Listen, I was in the Marines from 90 to 96.
All right.
We went to Thailand in 1993, got 4 days of liberty in Pattaya Beach, and, everybody gets off the ship. Everybody gets lit. Well, we find one of our buddies, Jeremy, in a bar, and he's making out with this apparently young lady, and we're looking at her neck, and she got an Adam's apple the size of a peach pit. And we're like, Jeremy, why don't you check under her trunk before you go any further? Sure enough, he reaches under her skirt, and he's holding a tree trunk, man.
Wow. Please tell me y'all shot her and dragged her out and buried her somewhere.
They call them Benny boys over there, and a lot of them are convincing looking. I mean, really, really got to look close or check under their skirt, man.
And that's where Sirius goes to get their employees. So, thank you. A little inside joke.
Punch it out.
All right, let's go to Paula from Connecticut. Paula.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, I want to say I love your show.
All right.
Well, thank you.
That means you got a problem with us. That's how it always starts. First, I want to tell you, I really do enjoy what you do. But
I want to have Jimmy's baby. Okay, never mind. I went to Thailand about 15 years ago.
You what?
I went to Thailand about 15 years ago.
For what reason?
Well, my ex-husband was in the military, and I went over there and met the submarine that he was on. And we had 2 days there, and let me tell you, it was something. Oh, I'm serious. We got lots of Thai sticks when we were there.
Okay, so drugs.
So, yeah, we got a lot of that. Don't do that anymore. But, we went to the sex clubs, my husband and I, and they're like 12 and 13-years-olds doing sex acts and having a good, that's pretty common over there.
Yeah, we know. So military seems to be maybe be an excuse to be there, but I think there's shenanigans going on anyway.
Of course.
The food was excellent.
Hey, do we have Thailand's exports?
Yeah.
I have no idea. What is Thailand...
Well, they're into
some of the products they make.
Well, they got rice, textiles, footwear.
Textiles.
What are textiles?
That is so vague. I picture textiles being like big things of wool. Like just a big square block of wool. Here, we're exporting this. Call it a textile. I don't know.
Yeah.
I learned about it in school. They're exports. Everyone exports textiles, by the way. Every country, when I was going to school, what are their exports? Well, there's textiles.
Yeah, textiles.
Textiles.
It sounds so, I don't know, important.
Sounds like an important export.
It's fake duty.
Why export it when every country has them? Just keep your own textiles, could you?
If they have textiles and we have textiles,
why are two ships passing each other going in opposite directions, both carrying textiles? Why didn't they stay where they were?
Thank you, Brian Regan. See, that's his lager joke that we reworked for this part of the program.
Our textile bit. What else?
Footwear, fishery products.
Fishery.
Rubber, jewelry, and electrical appliances.
You know everything is crap, though. It's not like fishing equipment. It's a stick with a string on it and a homemade hook.
Right. Hey, here's Joe from New York. He's gone to Thailand on vacation 4 or 5 times. There's another guy calling up, but he didn't want to wait through the break. He says the reason a lot of people go to Thailand, bird watching.
What?
Oh, sure.
Exactly.
Sure they do.
Joe.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, hey, how you doing, guys?
Hey.
Hey, listen, I'll tell you the story quick. I've been to Thailand probably about 4 or 5 times. I've always been with girlfriends or my wife. I took my wife, but on a serious note, there's a lot of good stuff there in terms of vacation. Like the food kicks ass, and is like if you're into like backpacking, it's great. But
backpacking, yeah. There's a certain type of backpacking that they do.
No
there.
offense, Joe, but come on. I mean,
listen, I got a story for you.
Go to the Adirondacks if you want to backpack.
Yeah, no kidding.
Thailand.
The great part about backpacking in Thailand, there's nude boys all over the place.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Zach.
Let me tell you a story or what?
Hey! All right.
It's the Joe Show.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
All right.
Let's hear your story.
All right, here it goes. The first time I went.
Eric, what's going on today?
Teach him a lesson.
Absolutely.
Let him start his story, and then bam.
Eric, why do you go to Thailand?
I go there about once a year. I try to go twice a year, actually, for fights, Muay Thai tournaments.
Yeah.
I've been going for about 6 or 7 years now.
Really?
It's a pretty good time. I like going over there. It's competition's pretty good, and the exposure's pretty good if you're trying to make it professional in fighting.
Got the exposure.
And that's the reason you go to Thailand, right?
That's the reason I go.
All right. Well, there are reasons.
And know what's great about all these phone calls? There's like a guilt associated with the reason why they go to Thailand.
Yeah. Hey, this is why I go.
Man.
Hey.
I know what you're talking about. I see it myself, but I strictly go for some hand-to-hand combat.
Eric, do you feel a little odd when you go, like when you're going through customs, that people are kind of looking at you weird?
Well, there's an awful lot of American men walking around with young Thai boys. That's what bothers me.
Really?
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's right in the open, right?
Well, it's tough to tell sometimes that they're walking around with young boys and young girls because they all kind of look the same.
Yeah.
How long of a flight is it?
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's long. It's like 13 hours.
We did a whole bit on Friday about, the pedophiles are going over there.
Oh, that must be the longest flight ever.
And they're on that long flight.
They're all worked up into a frenzy.
They're frothing.
Frothing at the mouth, just going, how long have we... 15 minutes in the air.
What do we say? The guy has his carry-on luggage on his lap.
It's just sitting there waiting.
Sir, we just took off. We still have 12 and a half hours to go.
I'll hold this, thank you. Miss, when will we be landing? Shortly? We're still on the taxiway here at LAX. Damn it!
All right, Eric, thanks.
Just
can't wait.
Oh, like a kid waiting to go to Disney.
Right.
When is it?
Well, we're not going until Easter break.
It's too long. When? Creeps. Just creepy guys.
A lot of them do get busted, right? Because their computers, when they're coming back over, why don't they just mail the porn home?
Well, they're really taking that.
You put porno through the mail, you get in trouble. And I'm thinking if you're sending a package from Thailand to your house after being in Thailand, there could be perhaps a problem.
I think if the government is checking your mail, I think they're checking stuff coming from like the Middle East and Thailand.
Yeah, Thailand too.
That's about it. So give us a call if you go to Thailand and tell us why you go there. Why you have to, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, go to Thailand. Hey, John and Jeff, can't get enough of these guys.
Who can? Everybody?
Huh? Oh, they just stink. You think we suck? Oh, listen to the show before us.
They're so
It makes
nice.
us feel much better about ourselves.
Everything is nice, and every caller is contributing, and there's not one look, you know, maybe we're a little overzealous with the way we treat our callers and hang up on them and stuff like that. But they will refuse to hang up on anybody, no matter how inane the call is.
Well,
I believe this morning I heard somebody who works in a vitamin factory talk about making vitamins.
Yeah?
And they wouldn't let this guy go. They're asking him vitamin questions. Not even like interesting vitamin questions, if there are any.
I was going to say, give me one interesting
I can't.
vitamin question.
I can't.
What's that vitamin a girl takes that makes her pass out with her mouth wide open?
A roofie. Yeah. Do you make roofies?
The old vitamin R.
But they were just talking to this guy, and the guy it wasn't even an exciting delivery of his dull subject matter. Mm-hmm. It was double dull. And they kept him on. And
well, if you don't know the John and Jeff show, because not all the cities that we're on, carry the show.
Oh, how is that?
Consider yourself very lucky. They're very nice. They're a nice show. They're nice guys trying to carve out their niche in this awful business we call radio.
But we're convinced now, and believe me, this is just our opinion based on small clues that we've picked up on. And this in no way is a reflection of the reality, because we just don't know what these guys are into, what they're all about. But first instinct that I get is that one of them sounds kind of gay, and the other one visits Thailand. So I believe people that go to Thailand are kid touchers.
Are you saying it should be called the Bottom and Pedo Show?
Sloppy party bottom.
We're obsessed with Thailand. Yesterday we took phone calls from people. We just wanted one person to call up and give us a legit reason why you had to go to Thailand. And all of them were very, very shady and sketchy.
It could go either way. It could go both ways. You could go for this business but end up, in one of those bars, brothels, whatever they are.
Someone said their hiking is really good.
Yeah, it's great hiking.
Well, America has some fine spots to hike in as well.
You ever see the Southwest? Some great hiking in the Southwest.
The
beautiful country. Yeah. Sorry, you're not going to find any kids unless you find the Lost Brady kids down there in the Grand Canyon to ravage. But
so they're a very nice show. You want to hear some audio of John and Jeff?
Who wouldn't?
This is our latest obsession, by the way. We get obsessed very easily on this show. Here's John and Jeff talking to a female caller a mere few hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask a question, too, for you guys on the show? Thanks so much for doing the audio nuggets and everything. That's cool.
What's audio nuggets? What's audio nuggets, E-Rock?
Anytime, like what we do, anytime that we play audio of something from the news or entertainment, they call it an audio nugget.
Oh. We should come up with a clever name for anytime we play audio. Isn't this an audio nugget? How weird. This is a paradox. We're playing an audio nugget of someone talking about their audio nugget.
Audio nugget.
This is a nugget. This is a nugget of something you wouldn't want to track on your living room rug.
Exactly. This is the kind of nugget that makes you have to use extra paper.
An audio nugget. Everything is so just nice.
This isn't a nugget. It's an audio log.
Yeah. If you use the word nugget in your life, you're just a nice person.
A nugget.
Let's make a list of words only nice people use.
This type of audio nugget gives you what they call splashback.
All right, listen. Dan, you're on the job today. Words only nice people use.
This audio nugget is the embarrassing type that sometimes when you lift the lid, it's still there.
It should be called an audio floater.
Give me another word only nice people use. Mm-hmm. Only nice people.
It's going to be a word. Let me ask you a question, because nugget is nugget the nice word, or is it audio nugget that makes it nice?
The whole thing just
Have you ever used the word nugget? Because nugget is like, you refer to something as a nugget, like a piece of...
I popped the nugget is the only time we've used nugget.
Right.
And that's not a good thing. It means laundry day is going to be a bitch. You're going to have to shout that out.
Here we go. Thank you, Bert from Philly. We start our list with nugget, and we continue with happy camper. Only nice people use the word happy camper.
Well, there's a happy camper.
On a regular basis. There you go. We got two.
Perhaps.
A happy camper would enjoy this audio nugget.
That's right. Or perhaps he'd be a happy camper if there was a nugget on his chest and this was being filmed in German.
All right, the listeners on Instant Feedback, they're trying to come up with words only nice people use.
Nice.
You guys the show. Thanks so much for doing the audio nuggets and everything. That's cool. Because, some of us don't get to watch TV, and I thank you guys for bringing that to our attention and everything. The Dateline stuff.
The Dateline
That's
stuff,
cool.
yeah.
But do you guys ever, not get any calls? I always wonder that. Do you guys ever, have a slow night? And have to improvise something?
Not very often, because we're on a lot of radio stations.
Oh, okay.
But usually during the Dateline audio, a lot of people like to sit back and listen, put their feet up and drink a beer listening.
Yeah.
Knowing that they have a good life compared to these guys getting caught.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
They're a-holes.
When we dump the audio nuggets, people like to listen,
But thank you. Thanks a lot, you guys. You do a good job and everything.
Thanks.
Well, Sandy.
I always run it out in the back of my head. I'm like, what if nobody calls in? Then what do they do? But you just talk a lot.
Yeah, we just talk on a talk show.
Yeah. You can't just sit there and do nothing.
Okay.
You could.
Thanks a lot, and you guys have a
We'd
good
recommend
week.
it.
Good morning.
All right,
Sandy.
Sandy, thank you very much.
These guys are gay, right?
See, now, Opie,
right?
that is something.
I'm asking a question.
That is something you can only draw your own conclusions.
I'm asking.
Not
I'm not
based
accusing.
in fact, but
You can still ask questions in America.
Of course.
I'm not accusing. Don't worry.
Yeah.
In my opinion, they sound like fruits.
they do sound gay. If there is indeed a gay sound, that is it.
That is the gay sound right there.
Yeah.
We add to the list smidge or smidgen.
We're going to give you a little smidgen of a nugget today, an audio nugget.
Smidge or smidgen. More words only nice people use.
Scooch.
Scooch.
Could you
scooch over.
Scooch over a little bit?
I don't even know how to spell scooch.
Scooch over a smidge.
Because I got a nugget on the seat that I'm trying to avoid. Scooch. All right, scooch. We got some other words coming in. Morsel? No. Swell?
Oh, poo-poo. As in to poo-poo an idea.
Poo-poo?
Oh, poo-poo that idea.
All right, poo-poo.
Oh, so nice.
Wow, this is just like doing an eggnog drinking contest. Ducky, giggle, or gee willikers. Any of those words make the nice list?
Golly.
Golly?
Gosh.
Golly or gosh. Only used by nice people.
I like how Opie writes it down for future reference. He's writing it down because you never know.
Gonna throw that up on the website. That should get
please.
That should get tons of hits on opieandanthony.com.
What, tens of hits? What?
All right. Do we have a John and Jeff promo as a reference point there?
Please.
Because we're making our own John and Jeff type promos.
Yeah.
They got their own style as far as their promos go.
And we're kind of biting the style. But we change it up a little bit.
That's right. Here's an example of a John and Jeff promo.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think women who keep their maiden names in marriage are high maintenance.
We're two guys who think there should be a law requiring prenuptial agreements before getting married.
We're two guys who think if you're old enough to serve your country, you're old enough to be served a beer.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
That old gag.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey.
Really going out on a limb.
If I can fight for my country, I should be able to. Yeah, we know.
All right, shut up.
We know.
It's kind of hack, to be honest with you. So then we made our
It's
own.
not a new idea or thought.
How about those are probably two guys that think you should be able to fight for your country without being asked certain nosy questions.
You should be able to pick your own foxhole, mate.
So we made a Opie and Anthony promo in the style of John and Jeff. This was the one yesterday, and then we're going to debut a brand new one right after it. But just in case you didn't hear it yesterday.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Two guys who think that your fat ass is the reason that no one loves you, and no one ever will. Two guys who think that if your kid has a birth defect, you should burn it and start over. Two guys who better have supper waiting for them when they get home, or else. Two guys we think
The Opie and Anthony Show.
The Opie and
Anthony Show.
Wonderful. There you go. So that was yesterday's. Can we play another John and Jeff promo just to make sure everyone gets it? Sometimes you got to do what they call spoon feed.
Wow.
You got to spoon feed them. I'm not talking to the smart ones out there. I'm talking to the dummies.
Make sure we get the controversy, the American Idol controversy, because they're showing that big fat kid. Apparently they're doing a story on Fox.
That fat kid is everywhere. He was on the Today Show. He was on Jimmy Kimmel.
Is he the new...
and he's going to be on The View very shortly. Him and the Bush baby kid.
You do understand he's retarded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Here's another John and Jeff promo.
John and Jeff Show. The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think every father paying child support is entitled to itemized receipts.
We're two guys who don't trust handing over our car keys to a stranger who calls himself a valet.
We're two guys who think violent criminals should never get out of prison.
The John and Jeff Show.
Wow, going out on the limb again. Woo! Wow!
Set them all loose. All the violent prisoners. Let them open the gates.
Setting the radio world on fire with that last one.
Like the itemized receipts one.
This is what we don't. This is what we don't get. Are they joking or?
Yeah, is that a goof? Like, because it's so ridiculous and out there, and who would ever think of that? If you pay child support, you should get itemized receipts.
We're two guys that think nice radio stinks.
Yeah.
Well, we got a brand new Opie and Anthony promo in the style of John and Jeff. And here it is. It's one using our own voices, by the way.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're two guys that hate when cut us off in traffic.
We're two guys that'll give you the courtesy of a reach around.
We're two guys that think a flight to Thailand is much too long.
We're two guys that think the age of consent should be 9.
We're Jim Norton.
The Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Now there you go. Now that's a promo.
Nonsense.
You know what it comes down to? We work for a radio station here in New York and then syndicated all over the world, basically, at this point. We work for a station here in New York where all the shows hate each other. They just don't get along.
Yeah, for some reason.
But, like, Tom wants everyone to get along. Like, have this fake, well, everyone gets along here at 3FM in New York. No. We don't like any of the other shows.
It just for some... I don't know why.
There may be one show we like. How about that? Let the listeners try to figure it out.
Oh, that's good. It's like the firing
You know
squad.
what? But then they're going to go for the obvious choice. All right, how about 2? We like 2 of the shows. But Tom's like, when anything starts bubbling, want everyone to get along. The reality is there's a bunch of egos in the same radio station, and pretty much everyone hates each other. But that's okay. People still listen to more than one show here.
Yeah, you don't have to be one big happy family.
No, it's not based on reality.
No.
In the radio world, you basically hate every other show. That's what it comes down to.
Why is that?
You might like 1 or 2 out there, but the rest you wish they would go away. All right. There you go. There's our John and Jeff segment for today. We can't get enough of these guys. Save that promo. We're building a list this morning of words only said by nice people. Some dude from his cell phone. Only nice people say, yes, sirree, Bob.
Yes, sirree, Bob. You betcha.
Potsy from Brooklyn. How about swell?
Swell. Those are like old words. You're mistaking nice words for ancient terminology.
What about Lon from Georgia? How about you go, girl? Their words are phrases, obviously.
Oh, that's kind of...
Bill from Waterford. Nice word, nice people use. Oh, fudge. Instead of oh... Yeah. And we go to the phones. 1-866-313-FREE. Let's say hi to Charlie. Charlie, what's up?
Morning, fellas.
What's up, Charlie?
Got one for your list, Dope.
Okay.
African American.
Oh.
Well, yeah, nice people say African American, don't they?
That's not very nice.
Paul from Boston. Cool beans.
Ugh.
Those are douchey words. Let's go right to the phone. Say hi to John on Long Island. John, what's going on today? Hey.
Hello there.
Hello there.
How you doing?
Good.
Listen, why can't you guys get along with John and Jeff? You know, Anthony, Jeff also owns a Mustang. You could bond with him.
You're obviously being sarcastic, sir, right? There's no way we'd ever get along with a show like John and Jeff.
Well, see, he said this morning that, hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, okay.
He said what? Let's go, John.
He said this morning he got pulled over in his Mustang by a cop because his muffler was playing a melodical tune, and it sounded so sweet that the cop wanted to know what kind of muffler he had.
Wow. No. I know you. Are you car crashing John and Jeff or the caller? Because that's exactly what...
Is that what they did?
That's what they were talking about on their dumb
way.
show today. Yes!
Oh, God. See? I still can't figure it out.
Exhaust and mufflers for 3 hours?
One of them has a muscle car, and the other one was complaining because he's not doing his part for the environment by having one of those mufflers that makes it sound really loud. So for 3 hours, they were complaining about... how having a muscle car is only out to impress other men, not your woman that you're dating or married to. And that's what you should be concerned about in the environment, not impressing other guys. This went on for 3 hours about mufflers.
3 hours. Now, I understand a lot of America have no idea who John and Jeff are. By the way, Jimmy turned us on to John and Jeff well over a year ago. They're out in L.A., and they're two guys that are doing nice radio. So
Jimmy
I'm sure
was ahead of his time.
So I'm sure Mancow's really into the John and Jeff show. They're just nice, and even when someone trashes them, they know how to diffuse it in a nice way. They just talk about mundane, who gives a crap stuff.
Nice stuff,
nice radio.
Nice boys.
And they're pretty much the polar opposite of this fine radio show. And they're on before us here in New York and in a few other cities across America. And I guess someone called them about us this morning.
Yeah.
And they had nothing but nice things to say.
How do you say nice things about this despicable program after we just trash you and
yeah, well,
I don't know. These guys this has to be a theater of the mind kind of goof show. These guys have to be like scumbags, and they get on the air and just do a nice show and then laugh about what they did.
Well, you know, just to get everyone up to speed, here's a promo for the John and Jeff Show. Just shows you how much different they are than us.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think women who keep their maiden names in marriage are high maintenance.
We're two guys who think DNA tests should be mandatory before a man's name goes on a birth certificate.
We're two guys who think nobody should get married before the age of 30.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys that think nobody should get married unless it's to another man.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who don't understand why realtors show pictures of themselves.
We're two guys who think it's cheaper to have an affair than getting a divorce.
We're two guys who think homeschooling is a brainwashing cult.
The John and Jeff Show.
The John and Jeff Show.
I liked his Steve C delivery on the phone. Oh, realtors have a picture.
We're two guys who shave our arms.
So then we decided to use their style and make our own promo. Don't worry, this is leading to a new chapter.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're two guys that hate when cut us off in traffic.
We're two guys that'll give you the courtesy of a reach around.
We're two guys that think a flight to Thailand is much too long.
We're two guys that think the age of consent should be 9.
You stay away from me, Jim Norton.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
The Opie and Anthony
The Opie and Anthony Show.
We're just... I'm not going to say it because we'll get dumped out of.
We're two guys that think is delicious.
So, John Minnelli.
Yeah.
What's up with John Minnelli? We get along with John Minnelli. We go way back with John Minnelli.
He's our program director.
He used to write for the New York Post, and now he's the program director here in New York City.
Yeah.
He was the one that is responsible for bringing the John and Jeff show to the airwaves here in New York City and maybe other... probably just New York City, I guess.
Was he drinking?
I'm
Did he have a drinking problem?
I'm hoping.
Did you wake up and go, whoa?
Because he's usually...
What did I do last night? Holy jeez, I signed what?
He's usually pretty perceptive, but on this one, I think he might have missed the boat. So he writes me an email, and he's like, I'm enjoying you guys beating up on my boys, John and Jeff, and he calls them my boys, John and Jeff.
His boys, uh-oh.
And then he goes, I'm thinking of using what some of the things you've said, or you guys have said, for a John and Jeff promo. And then I'm thinking, that's why John Minnelli's the program director here in New York City. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Because he's thinking out of the box. We need more people on regular radio to think out of the box and do things differently. So stupid me, I'm thinking there's going to be a John and Jeff promo where we're just beating the crap out of them. Just killing them, right?
Yep.
This is what he did. This is what he meant. And I know what he's going for. He thinks people are going to catch on and realize that we're truly trashing them, but we're not in the promo.
Spliced together creatively, but you can tell.
You can tell that this makes us look like we really like the show instead of mocking the show.
Yeah.
Listen for yourself.
3FM, late nights 2A to 6A. It's the John and Jeff Show. Now endorsed by Opie and Anthony.
It's two guys out of L.A. and they're nice.
I enjoyed the program.
Oh, God. They're terrific.
John and Jeff. It's what they call the spice of life.
I get it.
Very nice.
John and Jeff. Just very sweet.
Qualified to give people advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are some mornings I cannot turn that off.
It's so funny.
John and Jeff.
It's so funny.
Late nights 2 to 6. Funny. Now, O&A approved.
You gotta listen.
92.3 3FM.
See, the promo was put together so well that no one gets the joke.
It doesn't look
It
like...
really looks like we're truly endorsing these guys.
You're supposed to know that we were bashing them, and through some bad editing,
right,
it's trying to make it sound like we're like putting them over and making them sound good. But it just sounds like we're endorsing them.
Yeah. No one's getting the joke.
No one's
and now
getting
we look
that
like
joke.
idiots because we're actually telling our listeners that this show's good. Tim, you put that together, right?
No.
Oh, you didn't?
No. You will not find whoever is responsible for that.
Well,
they don't exist anymore.
Well, that's got to go. That's got to go.
Yeah.
I mean, if he wants to make a promo where the splicing and the editing is so bad it's obvious what's going on there, then fine. But he can't make it sound like we really like this show. We don't like this show.
It's, as we said, not our cup of tea.
It's too controversial. I mean, all the stands they take. I mean,
oh, my goodness. Goodness gracious.
We're in a huge fight right here for our lives. They're trying to change radio in front of our eyes.
We are? What?
Yes. You got Mancow.
Someone in here trying to kill us?
You got Mancow. He's trying to, start a movement for responsible radio.
Ugh.
You got the John and Jeff show, which is just a nice show. They want nice radio, and we refuse to buckle. We refuse. And we got to go back to the John and Jeff thing. We have to.
I hate these
promos
guys.
that are supposed to make this show. What were these promos they keep giving us? They're not representative of the show.
Not at all.
No. Well, for the rest of America, we pulled the John and Jeff bit of the day. This is the show that is on before us. That's really going to help us with the ratings, I got to tell you.
Great lead-in.
Thanks for the lead-in, fellas.
Just like Friends or Seinfeld. Great lead-in, thanks.
Yeah. It's just like having American Idol as your lead-in before you talk to the entire country.
Before your State of the Union address.
Right. It's the same exact thing that's going on here. But I'd
rather listen to mating nursing sharks.
A little more entertaining.
But, because some of the countries, they're bitching, like, look, we have no idea because we don't have John Jeff on in our market. Well, don't you worry. E-Rock has a new job. His job is to get the John and Jeff bit of the day.
How can he screw that up?
And today's bit was them talking, according to E-Rock, for 3 hours about mufflers.
About mufflers and muscle cars.
And muscle cars. So we got just a little taste. Just a little taste of John and Jeff. And trust me, this is leading to a big laugh.
Well, last night, Jeff and I had dinner with our agent, our business agent, and it was an early dinner, and I decided...
By the way, guess who represents them?
Don't say it.
I swear to God, the same guy that represents us.
Our agent, of course.
Will you get rid of these hack radio shows and focus on us, you dummy? What a dummy.
Well, last night, Jeff and I had dinner with our agent, our business agent, and...
wow, what a bore fest that must have been.
Decided, okay,
Holy
I'll
Jesus.
get there on time. And all of a sudden, I hear...
Oh,
and I'm
someone sexy walked by? Were you growling? Was Steve in the room with you?
Young Laotian busboy.
When a man makes that noise, it sounds very manly.
Yeah.
How do you mess that up?
This ain't it. And I heard, wow, wow.
And I'm like, wait a minute. That's got to be Jeff. And I start looking around. I'm at a stoplight.
Just the power bottom.
Yeah.
I have no idea, but...
Sloppy party bottom.
Looking around. I'm at a stoplight. And about 20 seconds later, Jeff's car passes in front of me. That means I heard Jeff's car a half a mile away at an intersection. I mean, Jeff, this is getting to the point where you are not doing your part for the environment.
Oh, no, no.
I mean...
All right. All right, the whole thing's a joke. The whole show has got to be a goof on this type of radio.
Remember,
and
LA.
they are geniuses. And they're goofing on this type of radio because no one actually goes, no,
stop.
Oh. Right? It's a joke, right? Come on, someone let me in on
it. If it was out of New York, I'd say yes, but it's out of L.A. No, that's who they are.
No, Jim.
I think the question was, do you like vaginas?
No. Ew.
Not doing your part for the environment.
Oh, no, no.
I mean, if I can hear your car a half a mile away, your neighbors must hate your guts. And the reason you drive it is because you want people to look at you when you're driving. It's almost like when a woman gets breast implants. A woman gets breast implants for attention.
He has a hard time talking about this.
Jeff drives his muscle car for the same sort of attention.
You know, John, some guys are into wine. They love a nice glass of wine. Some guys are a connoisseur of beer. I love premium.
Thank you. So glad you got that.
Gotta explain, man. Anthony added that beep right at the perfect time. At the perfect time.
I love, yes, I bet you do.
No man says they're a connoisseur of beer.
Are you, some people are into wine.
Don't you say you're a beer drinker?
Yeah.
No one is an actual connoisseur. They might like trying out different beers, but they would never use the term connoisseur.
You know there's one connoisseur of beer, Jim Cook.
Yeah, there you go.
His whole life is beer.
Right.
That's it.
They love a nice glass of wine. Some guys are a connoisseur of beer. I love premium exhaust. I love the sound.
I believe that you seek out attention from strangers with the car that you drive. You are like a woman with breast implants. That's really what you're all about. Listen, some guys will drive a Corvette when they reach 50 in order to get attention. But they're 50, and they're trying to get someone who's 18 or 19 to jump in the car. But, Jeff, you're already married.
Yeah.
So why would you want to drive a loud car? I mean, you're faithful to your wife, so now you have all these women checking you out, and then you're teasing them. I mean, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't either. Good Little remark there. I don't understand.
If Mancow has it his way, this is what you would get to hear.
That is
all over
responsible radio.
Boring.
That is responsible.
Boring.
The foundation for responsible radio doesn't even have to look at those people.
Right.
I want those guys on a loop. It's all I want to listen to.
Be careful, John's
going to the next promo.
Yeah, John Manelli's going to make it into the next promo. If you weren't listening about a half hour ago, we trash these guys every day. We can't get enough of this, right? And we say horrific things. And John Manelli, he calls me up and goes, I'm going to use some of the stuff you guys are saying about this show to make a promo. And I'm thinking, brilliant. He's thinking out of the box. He's going to actually just have a promo where we completely trash him. And that alone will get people to actually listen. Because even there are people out there that will listen to stuff they hate.
The awful shows.
Right.
Yeah.
But then John Manelli let us all down, and he took what we said and made it sound like a real endorsement. Once again, here's the promo.
Yeah.
And then we fight back after the promo.
3FM, late nights, 2A to 6A. It's the John and Jeff Show. Now endorsed by Opie and Anthony.
It's two guys out of L.A., and they're nice.
I enjoyed the program.
Oh, God, they're terrific.
John and Jeff, what they call the spice of life.
I get it.
Very nice.
John and Jeff, just very sweet.
Qualified to give people advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are some mornings I cannot turn that off.
It's so funny.
John and Jeff.
It's so funny.
Late nights, 2 to 6.
Funny.
Now, O&A approved.
You gotta listen.
92.3 Free FM.
Look, man, I would say less than 1% of the people that are listening to that promo believe that it's a goof.
Would take that as the joke that it's supposed to be.
I would say well over 99% of the people going, wow, this show has to be good. Opie and Anthony like this show.
They're endorsing it.
John Manelli let us down. He wimped out, so, we didn't.
Take it into our own hands is what we do,
so
my friend.
Good old Steve and Dirk and the gang.
Yep.
They made the promo that should have been made.
Mm-hmm.
That should be playing on this station when we're not here. It's a little different.
Free FM.
Late nights, 2A to 6A. It's the John and Jeff Show. Frowned upon by Opie and Anthony.
One of them sounds kind of gay, and the other one visits Thailand.
John and Jeff just stink.
In my opinion, they sound like fruits.
People that go to Thailand are kid touchers.
They're awful.
If there is a gay sound, that is it.
It's crap.
John and Jeff.
It's crap.
Late nights, 2 to 6, when the rest of the world is sleeping.
92.3 Free FM.
Now that hits it.
John Manelli, let's see what you're made of. It's done and ready to go.
Put it in rotation.
Put this in rotation.
That's the one we want playing.
And get the other one out of rotation.
That promo is O&A approved.
Absolutely. So then, this will be it for today. Until next time, we'll try to rest this for a while. But one of our callers got into John and Jeff this morning.
All right.
They called John and Jeff, whatever.
Steve,
can I say one more thing?
Very quickly, we're very late here.
The people that come on after you in New York, I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to give them any advertisement. Boy, they trash you guys, and I crack up because the more you talk bad about somebody, the more people want to hear.
Well,
what happened?
Iraq screwed up.
Yeah, we want the part where they actually...
Iraq, complete tool.
What happened? I guess it what?
You guess it cut off either that or we all went deaf together.
How about on mic there, Iraq?
Your answer is, I guess it cut off?
I burnt it. I don't know what happened to it, but I have it right here if you want to.
Can you burn yourself?
You're John and Jeff as one.
All right, here. Let's play it again.
Steve,
can I say one more thing?
Very quickly, we're very late here.
The people that come on after you in New York, I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to give them any advertisement. Boy, they trash you guys, and I crack up because the more you talk bad about somebody, the more people want to hear it. So I'm sure they're promoting you guys very well.
Well, Opie and Anthony, we're happy to be the opening act for their show in New York, and hey, it's all good. So, Steve, thank you very much for the call. We appreciate it.
Aww.
Yeah, rock on.
All right, have a good night.
I hate radio. They're so nice.
They are too nice for their own good.
You have to fight back at this point. We've said horrific things about you boys.
We're bullies.
How about this? I'm going to rape John and Jeff.
So,
is this good for this early in the morning? Jesus. What the hell is this music?
Yeah, we might want to mellow it out a little bit. People are still waking up.
And then by maybe 7:30.
Then we can start rocking.
Start with this. I think some kind of lullaby.
Yeah.
Like a music box. Bling, ding, bling, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, that's not appropriate.
Wake up. Get dressed. Wash your face, brush your teeth. All right, I'm up.
It just drives you crazy.
You need something a little mellower and happier.
I wake up to John and Jeff. Dan raises his hand. Well, I have my clock radio next to me. And, of course, it is set here in New York. It's set to regular radio, so I put Free FM on. And I wake up to it. You know why? Because I won't just sit there listening to it. I can't hit the button that shuts it off quickly enough.
I'm amazed that these guys are on the radio.
It is stunning.
I'm amazed.
They're the what they call themselves the third shift.
Yeah, wow.
I guess it's the overnight, when everyone's sleeping.
When normal
that's
people
when
are
they
sleeping.
work.
I guess this is radio for dummies.
That's when they're on.
Radio for dummies.
I just picture
or
somebody.
Insomniacs.
I picture somebody in front of a black and white television set.
Yeah.
With the sound turned down.
Yeah.
With John and Jeff turned up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're rocking in their own feces with their eyes agape. And it's 3:30 in the morning. And they just don't know what to do with themselves. Been up for hours.
Yeah, it's just like listening to Gene Shepard. Huh?
Wow. Oh, okay, the book.
Yeah, I'm reading a book.
Mm-hmm.
So. He was amazing, Gene Shepard.
Was he?
Got to give props to Gene Shepard.
Gene Shepard ripped me off.
Know what I read in this book? And I'm not telling you what book. Gene Shepard.
Why, someone's going to get it and slow down your reading? It's not the internet.
Gene Shepard was...
website.
Howard likes to tell everyone that he invented talk radio, but it goes way back to people like Gene Shepard, one of the first talk show hosts that wasn't talking about the news and politics, just a guy to hang out with.
Yeah.
You know the
one of your pals on the air.
Yeah, exactly. The from Network. I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. Yep. Shouting from the windows. Gene Shepard used to kind of do that every night but he would do other things. He would tell his listeners to put the radio up against the window and turn it up real loud, and then he would yell crazy things for the city of New York.
Please hold.
It's not wacky because it happened in what? Maybe today it would be wacky,
year?
But we're talking... What year was Gene Shepard on the radio? The early 60s? Somewhere is in there, maybe?
Early 60s. There was a radio back then?
Maybe I don't know.
My God, man.
But, he's one of the pioneers of what we do today, Anthony. What we do today. And know what's great? The radio station he worked for at the time didn't want to, open up the studio at night for his stupid overnight babble.
Yeah.
So they made him broadcast his show from the transmitter in a hut.
A hut?
I guess there was
by the stick.
No, I guess there was like a little shed.
Yeah, there's usually sheds by those
for the engineers near the transmitters. They go out there,
check their meters,
and they have to fiddle with all the knobs, right?
A
Jimmy?
lot of fiddling going on at the transmitter.
The engineers go out there to fiddle and make sure everything's right. And I guess they had a little shed, and
you just plug a microphone into a wire.
Management said, "Look,
splice it.
We don't want to open up the radio station in the middle of the night because we don't think anyone listens to the radio during the third shift."
Well,
but we will allow
you. Had something there.
We will allow you to do your show from their shed at the transmitters, somewhere in the swamps of Jersey, in the Meadowlands. There.
Why can't John and Jeff do their show from the top of the Empire State Building then? Wherever our transmitter
John and Jeff, just like Gene Shepard. My God. We got the John and Jeff bit of the day.
Okay.
By the way, we're in a lot of cities, and unfortunately, a lot of these cities don't have the privilege of having John and Jeff on their airwaves.
Hopefully that'll change.
They're on before us here in New York. They're on in L.A. They're on, I think, before us in Chicago. And
really?
I hope Boston wasn't stupid enough to pick up the John and Jeff show.
Stupid enough. If Boston is stupid enough to call out the bomb squads for light brights.
I'll tell you who was stupid enough. Ready? Us in New York. Chicago, stupid enough to have the John and Jeff show on their airwaves. San Francisco.
Of course.
And that is about it. So here is today's John and Jeff moment. Listen and laugh along. It's quick.
Look out for yourself. It's almost like what the flight attendants say during the safety instructions before they leave. Put on your seatbelt first and your oxygen mask first before you put your kid's mask on first. In other words, save yourself first before your kid. And you know what's really odd, Jeff, about these pre-flight announcements is when they refer to a water landing, don't you mean a water crash? Every flight attendant says, in the event of a water landing, no, if you hit the water, you're crashing. There's no landing.
Yeah, all of a sudden, that little flotation device, the one you're sitting on, really the piece of the chair, ain't going to mean squat, because once you hit that water, it's lights out, all right?
It's like cement.
There's going to be pieces everywhere, and that damn little flotation device, that stupid little balloon thing that comes out the side of the plane, ain't going to mean squat.
In case of a water landing, please go to your nearest exit. By then, you'll be dead.
Wow, just like Gene Shepard.
Wow. Does remember last time?
Wow. Oh, dear Lord, indeed. What cornballs. What cornballs.
That's probably one of the hackiest bits. I think that first was done the second, the Wright brothers landed their little aircraft. I think that material started coming out. How about that airplane, huh?
They had nothing to eat, so the one had a little pack of peanuts, and so the other, and he goes, what is with these little pack of peanuts?
Orville, give me a peanut.
An open micer wouldn't even try that bit.
No, it's awful.
Hey, which is which? Which is which?
Ouch. I know, that hurt. I'm sorry. Dan knows I love him.
All right. And this is the one we made? Yeah, so then John Minnelli, we beat these guys up on a regular basis. And John Minnelli decided that to make a promo that shows that we're endorsing these guys.
Yeah. We wanted it to be kind of if you wanted to cull our show for promotional material for John and Jeff, play it straight. Play with the way we talk about the show. We think it stinks.
Right.
Don't put it together in a way that makes it sound like we like it. Or you could put it together in a way that sounds like we like it, but it's so over the top and badly edited that you would know that it's spliced together.
Right.
Badly.
Yeah, this affects our cred, man.
Our cred.
Our cred.
We have cred of any type.
Of course we do.
We have crud.
3FM, late nights 2A to 6A. It's the John and Jeff Show. Now endorsed by Opie and Anthony.
It's two guys out of L.A. and they're nice.
I enjoyed the program.
Oh, God, they're terrific.
John and Jeff. What they call the spice of life.
I get it.
Very nice.
John and Jeff, just very sweet.
Qualified to give people advice.
Yeah, absolutely.
There are some mornings I cannot turn that off.
It's so funny.
John and Jeff.
It's so funny.
Late nights 2 to 6.
Funny.
Now, O&A approved.
You gotta listen.
92.3 3FM.
See, that's not sarcastic.
Most people that listen to the radio, they don't listen closely enough to realize that that's a goof. They think it's the real deal, that we actually like their program.
That's some endorsement.
And then you would tune in that program and go, why do my radio heroes like a show like this?
They like that?
And we don't like that, so we made our own promo. Sounds a little different.
Just a tad.
3FM, late nights, 2A to 6A. It's the John and Jeff Show, frowned upon by Opie and Anthony.
One of them sounds kind of gay, and the other one visits Thailand.
John and Jeff just stink.
In my opinion, they sound like fruits.
People that go to Thailand are kid touchers.
They're awful.
If there is a gay sound, that is it.
It's crap.
John and Jeff.
It's crap.
Late nights, 2 to 6, when the rest of the world is sleeping. 92.3 Free FM.
See? That's much better.
That's way better. So anyway, you wake up to John and Jeff because it gets you out of bed real fast.
It makes me hit the alarm real quick.
Right.
Like, I can't get to it fast enough because I really don't want to hear more than just 2 words to wake me up. I don't want to know what they're talking about at all because then I'll just get angry.
Yeah. You know what I wake up to every morning?
One of those?
Pleasing. Yeah, because that's much more pleasing than actually waking up to a radio station.
To them.